Hi everyone, welcome to the channel. Today we are going to see 3 rare British 1-penny coins that can be worth a lot of money. They were made during the reigns of King George V and King George VI. Some of these coins are worth only $1, while the rarest can reach $9,000. We will look at their history, designs, and what makes them so valuable. Our first coin is dated 1929, from the reign of King George V. This 1-penny coin from Great Britain is one of the most loved coins among collectors. Some versions of this coin have been sold for as high as $9,000, but not all of them are worth that much. In fact, the value of this coin can change a lot depending on how it looks and if it has any special errors. Let's break it down from $0 up to $9,000, step by step, in simple words so you can understand how each value is decided. If you find a 1929 penny that is very old, dark, and damaged, maybe with heavy scratches or corrosion, it might only be worth $0 to $1. These are coins that were used for many years, and the design is hard to see. They are still fun to keep, but they don't have much collector value because they are too worn out. Next, if the coin is a little better, maybe you can still see Britannia and the king's face clearly, but the shine is gone. That coin might be worth between $2 to $5. Many people have coins in this condition lying around in old boxes. They are common, but still interesting to collectors who want a sample from King George V's time. If your coin looks good and still has some of its original color, maybe with just light wear on the high spots, it could sell for around $6 to $15. Collectors call this condition fine or very fine. You can still see all the main details: Britannia's trident, the shield, and the king's beard and crown. Coins in this grade are easy to sell at coin shows or online. Now, if the coin looks very sharp, with almost no marks, and the letters are clear and bold, that's called extremely fine. In this case, the value can rise to around $20 to $35. These coins have been handled very little and might even show some of their original shine. Collectors love this grade because it shows the coin's full beauty without too much wear. If your coin has never been used at all and still looks almost new, that's an uncirculated coin. These coins were likely saved right after they were made. An uncirculated 1929 penny can sell from around $40 up to $100 depending on how bright and clean it looks. The shine, color, and surface are important here. The more perfect it is, the higher the price. Now we reach the more special coins. Sometimes the mint, where the coins were made, produced proof coins. These were made with extra care, using special polished dies, and are much shinier and sharper than normal coins. A real 1929 proof penny could easily sell between $500 and $1,000, depending on condition. These are rare because very few were made. Then there are error coins. These are the most exciting finds. An error coin could have double lettering, off-center stamping, missing parts, or be struck on the wrong metal. Error coins are very rare, and collectors are willing to pay a lot for them. A good error penny from 1929 could sell anywhere from $1,000 up to $5,000, depending on how major or unique the mistake is. Finally, at the very top, are perfect grade proof coins or famous error coins certified by grading companies like PCGS or NGC. These coins are almost flawless, with full shine and no marks at all. Some of these have sold for as high as $9,000, which is the top price for this date. Coins like this are often kept in museums or private collections and rarely appear on the market. Now, let's talk about what makes this coin so special. The 1929 penny is made of bronze, and it shows Britannia on the reverse side, sitting proudly with a trident and shield beside the sea. This design represents Britain's power and pride. On the front side, you can see King George V facing left, with the words around the edge reading George's V Day GRA, Brit, OMN, Rex FID, Def, IND, IMP. That's Latin, meaning George V, by the grace of God, King of all Britons, Defender of the Faith, Emperor of India. The coin weighs around 9.4 grams and has a size of about 31 millimeters. It feels thick and heavy, just like coins from the early 1900s. Most 1929 pennies were made for everyday use, but a few rare ones have special details that make them stand out. So if you find one, check it closely: the color, shine, and even small errors could mean the difference between a coin worth $1 and one worth $9,000. Our next coin is the 1941 penny coin, Great Britain, from King George VI. This beautiful old coin is another favorite among collectors, and just like the 1929 penny, its value can range from $0 up to $8,000 depending on its condition, rarity, and possible minting errors. Let's take a simple look at how the value changes from the lowest to the highest. If you have a very worn 1940 penny, maybe one that's dark, dirty, or has scratches and dents, it will usually be worth between $0 and $1. These coins were used for many years, passed through many hands, and their designs have faded. Even though they have little money value, they're still nice to keep as a piece of history from the time of King George VI. If your coin looks a little better, with the king's face still visible and Britannia still easy to see on the back, the coin could be worth around $2 to $5. These are what collectors call average circulated coins. They are common, but they still attract beginners who want a piece of old British coinage in their collection. When the coin shows clearer details, you can read all the letters, and only light where is visible, that's a better condition. These coins might sell for about $6 to $15. You'll notice the date 1940 clearly, Britannia's trident and shield, and the outline of the king's face are all sharp. Coins in this range are often called fine or very fine condition. If you find a coin that still has much of its original shine, with just small marks from handling, it might be in extremely fine condition. These coins can be worth around $20 to $35. They look very close to new, and collectors love to buy them because they show the coin's design beautifully. Now, if the coin was never used and kept safely since 1940, that's called an uncirculated coin. You'll see full shine, no wear, and bright bronze color. An uncirculated 1940 penny can be worth around $40 up to $120, depending on how clean and perfect it looks. A coin graded by a professional service like PCGS or NGC might even fetch a bit more. Some coins were made with extra care at the Royal Mint for special collections. These are known as proof coins, and they're much rarer. Proof pennies have a very shiny surface and sharp details because they were made using polished dies. A 1940 proof penny can easily sell from $300 to $800 depending on its condition and certification. Next, we have the special and exciting era coins. Sometimes, during the minting process, mistakes happen. For example, a coin might have double lettering, be struck off center, or show missing design parts. Era coins from 1940 are very rare and valuable. Depending on how major the error is, their price can go from $1,000 up to $5,000. Collectors love these because every era coin is unique. No two are the same. At the very top are the most perfect examples, the rare proof or high-grade era coins, usually graded by professionals. These are the coins that can reach prices of $6,000 to $8,000. Such coins often look brand new, even after more than 80 years, and might have some special history or a unique minting story behind them. Now let's talk about the coin's design and history. The 1940 penny was made of bronze, and it weighs around 9.4 grams with a diameter of about 30.8 millimeters. On the front side, it shows King George VI, the father of Queen Elizabeth II. Around his portrait, you'll see the Latin words George of 60, G-B-R-O-M-N Rex F laughing face, I-N-D, I-M-P, which means, George VI, by the grace of God, King of all Britons, Defender of the Faith, Emperor of India. On the back, the coin shows Britannia, sitting proudly with a trident in her right hand and a shield beside her. Behind her is the sea, representing Britain's strength and control of the seas. The year 1940 was the early period of World War II. Britain was facing tough times, and yet coins were still being produced for everyday use. Millions of these pennies were made, but only a few survived in perfect shape, or with errors. That's what makes the best examples so valuable. So, if you have a 1941 penny coin at home, take a close look at it. Check both sides carefully under good light. Look for shiny color, sharp lettering, or any small mistake in the design. A small mark or difference could change the value from just $1 to as high as $8,000. Many people have these coins without realizing how special they are. So before you spend it or give it away, Remember, your 1940 penny could be a small piece of history and maybe even a big treasure. Our final coin is the 1946 one-penny King George VI British coin, and just like the others, its value can change a lot depending on its condition and any rare errors it might have. Some collectors say that a perfect or rare version of this coin can be worth as much as $5,000, while others are only worth a few cents. So let's go step by step, from $0 up to $5,000, to understand what makes one coin so much more valuable than another. If you have a 1946 penny that looks old, dark, or very scratched, it's probably worth only $0 to $1. These are coins that were used for years in everyday life and have lost most of their shine. You can still keep it as a nice historical piece, but it won't bring much money. If your coin is a little cleaner, and you can see King George VI's face clearly and the date is easy to read, then it might be worth about $2 to $5. Coins like these are common, but they're still nice for people who are just starting to collect old British coins. When the coin shows more detail, you can see Britannia's trident, shield, and the waves behind her clearly. The value starts to go up. A 1946 penny in fine or very fine condition, with light wear but good details, can sell for around $6 to $15. Many collectors look for coins in this range because they still look nice but don't cost too much. If your coin still has some of its original shine and very little wear, it could be in extremely fine condition. That means it was used only a little and handled carefully. A coin like that could be worth between $20 and $35, depending on how clean and bright it looks. These coins show off all the design details clearly: Britannia, the sea, and even the king's facial features. Now, if the coin was never used at all and has stayed in perfect shape for almost 80 years, that's called an uncirculated coin. These coins have their full shine, no marks, and beautiful color. An uncirculated 1946 penny could be worth $40 to $100, and if it's certified by a grading company like PCGS or NGC, the value might go even higher. Next, we have the proof coins, which were made specially by the Royal Mint for collectors. These coins have extra sharp designs and a mirror-like shine because they were struck with polished dies. Proof 1946 pennies are rare and can sell anywhere from $200 up to $800, depending on their condition and rarity. Now, the most exciting part: error coins. These are the coins that make collectors' hearts race. An error might be a double strike, missing letter, off-center design, or even a coin made on the wrong metal. Errors from 1946 are not common, but when they do appear, their value can jump fast. A small minting error could make the coin worth $1,000, and a big or unique error could reach prices between $2,000 and $4,000. Finally, at the very top are the ultra-rare or perfect error coins, the ones that are graded and certified to be in top shape or have a one-of-a-kind minting mistake. These are the coins that can reach the amazing value of $5,000. Collectors pay a lot for these because they are almost impossible to find in perfect condition after so many decades. Now, let's talk a bit about the coin itself. The 1946 penny is made of bronze, weighs about 9.4 grams, and has a diameter of around 30.8 millimeters. On the front, you'll see King George VI, the father of Queen Elizabeth II. Around his portrait are the words, George of 6D, GBROMN Rex F laughing face, IND, IMP, which means, George VI, by the grace of God, King of all Britons, Defender of the Faith, Emperor of India. On the back, the coin shows Britannia, sitting proudly with her trident and shield beside the sea, a design that has been on British pennies for more than 100 years. The year 1946 was an interesting time in history, just after World War II ended. Britain was recovering from the war, and the mint was still making coins with the traditional Britannia design. Millions of 1946 pennies were produced, but only a few stayed in perfect shape. Most were used for everyday shopping, which is why finding one in top condition today is rare and valuable. So, if you ever come across a 1946 one-penny coin, don't rush to spend it or give it away. Take a close look. Check both sides carefully for shine, color, or anything unusual in the design. A simple difference, like a missing letter, double strike, or shiny proof surface, could turn your coin from being worth $1 into being worth $5,000. Many collectors have found treasures hiding in old jars, boxes, or family collections, and your 1946 penny could be one of them. Even if it's not worth thousands, it's still a wonderful piece of history from King George VI's time, and a great coin to add to any collection. So, these 3 British 1-penny coins are not just money, they are pieces of history. Their value depends on their condition, rarity, and any special errors. Some are worth just $1, while the rarest can go up to $9,000. If you have one, it's worth checking carefully. Even if it's not the most expensive, it is still a beautiful piece of the past and a treasure for collectors.